I represent homeowners in the war involving foreclosure in this country.
And Mr. Stafne, I understand that you've just recently returned from a CLE conference all the way out in Dallas, Texas.
Yes, I did.
And can you tell us why you would journey so far for a few legal education credits?
The announcement said they were going to discuss the cutting edge issues, and I wanted to see what they thought the cutting edge issues were. And we've got a servicer, you can't be a beneficiary. The two are diametrically opposed. They don't meet the
I bet
definition.
when you really get into the entrails of this thing, you're going to find out that they are connected.
Oh no, they're totally connected.
Of course. And her husband, Frank Gullo, worked for the LIRR, the Long Island Railroad. He had his hours cut. And so they called up their lender, Freedom Mortgage, and they said, look, Congress has this program, help us, and we need some help. And they were told, okay, look, you can skip 3 months of payments, but at the end of that, you're going to have to pay that all back. So you have your 4th month of payments plus the 4 payments all at once. In their case, that's $14,000.
Wow.
$14,000 in one shot to come up with a balloon payment of that much.
Possible.
It is impossible.
Where's this pile of money? Is this going to magically appear from
if everyone's
somewhere?
lost their job at this point. So I said, how is that helping? That's doing the exact opposite. That's putting people in further debt.
Great day, folks. You're here with KingCast Mortgage Movies. And in today's installment, we're going to share a couple of things that are going on right now with respect to the COVID-19 Coronavirus CARES Act forbearance options for homeowners. We at Stafne Law and Advocacy are very concerned that there's going to be a repeat wave of foreclosures that was witnessed 10 years ago, 13 to 10 years ago, and which is still ongoing, as a matter of fact. And Attorney Stafne and I have worked together on a number of cases, saving homes. I videoed him in court a number of times discussing his legal theories regarding these issues. And what we're seeing right now is the fact that these banks are going to give you, the banks and services are going to give you a forbearance period of perhaps a month, 2 months, 3 months, but then you're going to owe it all back. And as you're going to see, if you look right there, a friend of mine sent me their forbearance option, if you want to call it that, from SunTrust. SunTrust is also an entity that has been known to have violated a lot of laws as well. As you'll see, there's some settlements right there that they're involved in. Big time settlements. I've worked with SunTrust cases before, and they were just rapacious to deal with. But they're not alone. And so what's going to happen is, on the front end of these forbearance packages, you're going to need some help. You're going to need some help to make sure that all of your arguments are carefully nuanced and that you get the most out of that forbearance package that you can get. The most protection and the most relief. We can't guarantee you anything here. What we can guarantee you is that if you walk into this process naked, without any sort of consumer relief or counseling or anything of that nature, you're setting yourself up for a failure. I ran a title company before. Scott has been litigating these cases for years. I've been a consumer advocate for years. I facilitated in mediation programs here in the state of Washington. So our program is designed to help you put your best foot forward in these very trying times. So take a look. We hope to see you soon. Best of luck out there. And of course that begs the question, as you just heard in the NPR feature today, if you didn't have the money in the first place, and you needed the forbearance for 2 or 3 or 4 months, or whatever it was, how are you expected to majestically have this whole lump sum of cash immediately after your forbearance period? It doesn't make any sense. And that's the scary part, because the banks have been involved increasingly in land grabs. $60 billion worth of land grabs were conducted after the last wave, or during the last wave of foreclosures. And so companies like Blackstone acquire your property and then rent it back to you at an inflated price. So these are the things that we're seeing trending. We're not trying to be fear mongers, but we have seen this in the industry, and we know the industry quite well, and we're concerned for your welfare.
We have a declaration under penalty of perjury that says that Recon Trust was acting in its capacity as agent when it issued the notice of default. Now on June 17, 2009...
Isn't that largely a self-serving kind of statement of opinion by the declarant?
I would agree that it's self-serving.
Yeah, that's a
The
good one.
homeowner fighters.
Indeed. That's good right there, guys. So I'm still rolling.
Okay, what, ask
Any
me,
thoughts on today's proceedings, Constable?
I thought the judge was very perceptive. He listened. You can't ask for more than that. It's encouraging to find judges that will take the time to hear the arguments. A lot of times you don't see that happening in the United States, and that's just, to me, awful.